Neil's Vacuum and Sewing Center. We're with you every stitch of the way.
Today we are going to be working with the Stripy Star ruler. It's a very unique ruler and it has 8 different sizes that you can make the Stripy Star. The Stripy Star ruler is really an easy tool to use, and because it's made by Creative Grids, it has all the grids across the back of it, making it very easy to use as it won't slip and slide when you're marking. And on the Stripy Star ruler, it will tell me what size squares to use and what size strips to use. Strips are not really have to be exact. On this particular one, it says to use a 2.5 inch strip. If you have something larger like I have here, you can go ahead and use it because you're going to cut that away anyway. I've decided to use the 4.5 inch square, which will be a 4 inch finished. So you find your 4.5 inch mark and you line it up on your square like this. Then you will take either a fine line pen like this, the micro ones, or a fine line pencil, something that's not going to wash or iron away while you're working, and simply mark those lines. Now you'll notice that the point doesn't go all the way to the top here, and they don't go all the way to the corners here. And that's because we are going to use that for our seams. The next step is to take your square that you've drawn on and you're going to put the points towards you like this, and it's going to lean over this side, and you're going to be stitching down this way 1/4 inch. So it's kind of good to have a little guide there, and maybe here you can see the 1/4 inch before you start, so you just have an eyeball effect there. Then you'll take it to your machine and you'll stitch all the way down. And you can continue stitching depending on how many squares or Stripy Stars you want to make. The next step is just to simply cut between each one. And I've cut this one off already so you can see how that would look. And then you'll want to take it to your ironing board and press it flat here first to set your seam. Roll this back and press like that. The next step is to square it up. So basically what I would do is take this particular ruler, because I'm using a 4.5 and this is exactly a 4.5. You don't have to use exact, but it works well for me. And you're going to simply cut off anything that extends beyond the square. So now we have our first Stripy Star point. The next step is to take your single Stripy Star piece and you're going to lay it with the point away from you this time, and we're going to lay it at this angle, again creating a 1/4 inch seam all the way down. And if you had more of these, you just keep on sewing, just strip piecing them as you continue. Then you're going to end up with this, and you're going to again take it to the ironing board, press your seam flat to set that seam, roll it back, press it, turn it over, and again we're going to take our square ruler and trim off any excess fabric that's extending beyond the ruler. So now we have one finished Stripy Star point. And to make a Stripy Star block, what you're going to need is 4 corners of foundation, 1 centerpiece, and 4 pieces for the foundation of your Stripy Star points. As you notice, we did not trim off this white on the back of the points, and that gives it that foundation. Let me show you how to lay one out so you get the idea. Okay, this will be my center, and I think I have 2 squares here, so let me peel that apart. So there's your center, and then you're going to lay your Stripy Star points around that center. And now we're just going to fill in with our 4 corners. Just simple as that, and now you have a 12.5 inch Stripy Star block. I have a little hint for you when you're sewing your Stripy Star points to your center block. You will notice when you are ready to sew those, you're going to have 2 lines of stitching where they cross, and you'll want to actually stitch right across that point, and that will be your 1/4 inch so that your Stripy Star points come out perfect. I have some samples here that have been all done with the Stripy Star ruler so that you can see that you can make many different sizes. We have the 3-inch here, and it just graduates all the way up. Very simple. They're all made with the same technique, and they just keep getting bigger and bigger until you get to a 13.5. I did want to show you this one in particular because we have inserted in the center one of the smaller blocks, so that works out very well too, to give your block a different effect. Thanks for joining us today, and I hope you enjoyed watching us use the Stripy Star ruler. And until next time, happy sewing.
Wheels, vacuum and sewing center. We're with you every stitch.